Yeah, Friday! You have reached episode 19 of the Ranting Weight Watcher. I am your host, Donato Russo. I hope you enjoy the show today. If this is your first time here and you enjoy the show, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If the podcast app you're listening to me on allows you to rate the show, please leave a 4-star, 5-star rating. Any ratings appreciated. Well, we're going to do a year in review today. I'm going to go over my whole weight loss journey, 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you enjoy the show I have planned for you today. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope you enjoyed yourself New Year's Eve. I hope you're not hungover. And if you are, sorry for yelling in your ear. Oh, man. I hope you guys had a good one. Let's get into this. Journey updates. Well, guys, I sit here week after week, and I tell you guys how to deal with the holiday. And then I feel like I could have done better myself. I feel like I let loose a little bit. I took my foot off the brake a little bit too much. And not only did I do that, I stepped on the gas a little bit. And not a good result this week. I had a gain of 5.4 pounds. Now, granted, a lot of the food is rich and salty and all real ingredients. There's no low fat cutting it in the Christmas dinner, That brings my total weight loss since January 2019 down to 102.8 pounds. So the holiday weight I need to lose at this point is 7.2 pounds. My pounds to get to 277 is 15.8 pounds. If you don't know what that is, this is your first time here. One of my small goals is to get to 277 because it is the weight I was at when I first started dating my wife. And it is also the lowest weight I achieved with the gastric bypass surgery before I started gaining the weight back. The pounds to get to the next WW milestone is 22.2 pounds, and that would be the minus 125 milestone. And my pounds to goal would be 97.2 to reach my 200 pounds down goal. I'm recording this a couple days after Christmas at this point, and I'm just today starting to feel normal in my for 2 days. My stomach has just been way off. And, it makes you think. When I was eating whatever I wanted, right? When I had no concern for what went in my mouth, did I feel like this all the time? And just felt like it was the normal way to feel? It's crazy how going back to this way of eating after eating a healthier way for almost 2 years, it's crazy how different your body reacts. And I have felt so way off, like on a seesaw. I was on the other side, on the lower side, just couldn't get back up again. Just today, 2 days later, starting to feel somewhat normal again. And now I have to catch up on water because I haven't been drinking nearly enough water in all of this. And I have to catch up on drinking that. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think about that something like this could throw you off so much. a simple holiday. So let's get into today's topic. I'm going to talk about my 2020 year as a whole for when it comes to my journey. Okay. So the total weight loss for 2020 is 36.6 pounds down. I was hoping that'd be a little more. I was hoping that'd be about 50. But hey, what can you do? It is what it is. Now, I'm going to get a little geeky here, throw you some numbers here you may not actually pay attention to, but flow with me here. I'm going to tie it all together in a nice bow for you and wrap it up for Christmas. So the total weeks for the year that ended with a loss, 33 of the 52 weeks ended with a loss. 17 of the 52 weeks ended with a gain. And 2 of the 52 weeks ended with no loss or gain. Just stayed the same. Now, just to put it in perspective, if you're listening to me right now and you've got a New Year's resolution, I'm sure there are many people that can lose more than 36.6 pounds in a year. I'm sure of that. And I'm sure you're all thinking that, yeah, I'm totally going to do that. But let me give you a little perspective. To lose 36.6 pounds, this is how much work it took. 312 total workouts. Of that 312, 104 of them were in the gym with my trainer, and 208 of them were a 3 to 5 mile walk that I do around my neighborhood. So it took 312 workouts to lose 36.6 pounds. Could I have tweaked things? Could I have lost a little more? I'm sure if I dropped a couple of things that I love to eat, I could have lost more than 36.6. But the whole point is that it's a lifestyle change. And if you're just giving up everything to make the number go down, only to go back to doing those things, then what's the difference? Why are you giving it up in the first place? Right? I mean, I have days where I eat heavy. I have a Saturday night meal where I don't care about the choice, but I still track it and I still measure it and all that. And it's usually on a Saturday night. It's usually Chinese food. Didn't happen this Saturday night because Christmas was Friday, but typically it is a Chinese food night. And I am loose on my choice of what to choose to eat. But I still do track and measure and weigh when necessary. I have some goals for 2021. So we're going to keep the goal the same for this year. My goal is to lose 50 pounds in 2021. And I decided I'm going to add another little non-scale related goal here. By next Christmas, I want to be able to be fit enough to hang lights on the second floor of my house, climbing ladders and whatever else, and not feel like my weight is deterring me from doing that. So I want to drop another 50, and I want to be able to hang lights on the second floor of my house. You might think that's stupid, but you know what? To me, it's a goal. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Last year, a goal of mine was to be, or maybe it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, a goal of mine was to be down 100 pounds and not have as much trouble decorating for Christmas. It took a year longer than, because that goal was set in 2018. And in 2019, I still had a lot of trouble. But 2020 decorating for Christmas was definitely much easier than 2018 or 19. So the goal was met. I could say that. That's a non-scale victory if you think about it. It just happened a year after than I planned it to happen. So that tells me if I keep going the way I'm going, next year, hopefully I hit my goal of 50 pounds lost, and I'll be hanging Christmas lights on the second floor and probably making the entire neighborhood nervous that I'm climbing on the roof. But I look forward to it. Whatever it is, I look forward to it. Well, we're going to take a break, but stick with me because I have a letter that I wrote to myself on January 1st, 2020, that I'm going to open and read for the first time since. So stick with me because you're going to want to hear this.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to the Ranting Weight Watcher. If you would like to connect on social media, we would love to connect with you. On Facebook and Instagram, search for @The Ranting Weight Watcher. On Twitter, search for @The Ranting WW. On the Weight Watchers Connect app, search for @Ranting Weight Watcher. You can also email the show, say hello, or share your story with us. Send your emails to therantingweightwatcher@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. If this is your first time here and you enjoyed the show, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If the podcast app you are listening with allows you to rate the show, please leave a 4-star or 5-star rating, whatever is in your heart to leave. Any rating is greatly appreciated. And now, without further delay, here is the star of the show, Donato Russo.
And we are back. Thanks for sticking with me. So, before the break, I talked about a letter. On January 1st, 2020, I was up very early in the morning. And I decided to write myself a letter to my future self. And I said that I wasn't going to open this letter until exactly a year later, so January 1st, 2021. And I wrote the letter, I sealed it up, and so now I'm going to open it for the first time since then, and I'm going to read it to you guys. And here we go. A note to myself 1 year from today, January 1st, 2020. Just in case you don't remember, here's a brief summary of what you've accomplished. You ended 2018 feeling depressed about all of the weight you've gained put back post-surgery. On your birthday, on January 4th, 2019, you made a decision and said enough was enough. After a few conversations with your wife about the path of healthy lifestyle you should take, the both of you decided to go to Weight Watchers. For the first time in your life, you actually put some effort into your weight loss journey. You found it easier than it had ever been. You even said it yourself. It just feels different this time. It was so easy, as a matter of fact. You found yourself 7 months into your journey and having lost 50 pounds with 0 exercise. This success motivated you further, and you began to exercise. You're 11 days away from your 1-year mark anniversary of your journey. You've met some amazing people along the way. You've made some amazing progress, 62.2 pounds down as of today. I know you wanted it to be more, but think about it. That's 62 pounds that belongs to someone else now. On top of that, your doctor was happy to see your results. I guess there's a first time for everything, right? Here's 5 things I love about you. I love your ability to see the truth of any situation and make the necessary change to correct it. I love the passion you have for success in whatever you're trying to achieve. I love your ability to turn your anger and frustration into focus and determination. I love your ability to help others through their struggles. I love your ability to see the solution when everyone else sees the problem. Here's 5 things I want you to work on. I would like for you to become more involved with your prep work for your meals. I would like for you to use this year to build muscle. I would like for you to make something happen with this vlog idea. Start by posting all of your walk videos on YouTube or something. I would like for you to make an effort to put your cell phone down and be more present with your family. I would like you to work harder to prepare yourself for any given situation in any aspect of your life, whether it is for work, school, or home. Don't give half the effort and hope for luck. Let's make 2020 the best year we've ever had. I don't think there's any question anymore that you can do this. If you had 10 people in front of you right now in the exact same position as you, they would all switch places with you. Put in the work and you'll get the results. Not exactly when you expect them, but they will come eventually. There's nobody that can do this for you, but I don't have to tell you this. You're past the point of no return. Every day you continue to remain on plan is a new record. You've never stuck to any plan this long, and you've never been this successful on your own. This is the most weight you've ever lost. Keep putting in the work. Keep pushing forward. Never give up. Never, ever give up. You've come too far. You've worked too hard. When you've done all you can do to stand, just stand. Always remember your why when times get tough. Nothing on this planet is worth giving up your life with your daughter. I'm so proud of you. I love you. You know, I gotta tell you, when I tried to record myself reading this letter, it was a very emotional experience. I don't even understand why, because by the time I got to the finished product, I look back on it and listen to what I created, and I don't understand why I got so emotional reading it. But it was probably the most difficult part of recording this whole episode, to be honest with you. And as I sit here reviewing the letter that I wrote to myself, I think I see some successes for sure, and I see some failures. And just the first number alone. So I was only a few days away from a 1-year anniversary. Because, see, I started January 12th with Weight Watchers, January 12th, 2019. So this was January 1st, 2020. It was only a few days before. And at that point, I had already lost 62 pounds in a little less than a year. So I sit here and I review it all. And when I look at this year, 2020 in review, I see that this year, the entire loss is 36.6 pounds. Now, that feels like a loss. I want to say it's a loss, and everybody listening will probably just want to rip my face off. But I know it's a loss. It's wonderful. It's less than what I started out the year with. But when I compare the two numbers, one thing sticks out in my head. My first year into this, I was a lot more aware and a lot more conscious of every decision I made. Everything reflected back to, oh God, how will this set me back? Oh man, everything was about how will it affect the journey, right? And then when I look back at 2020, especially the holiday season, last year, 2019 holiday season, I was like a nervous wreck, right? And so nervous about how I would handle it, I still came out with either staying the same or a little bit of a loss because of how conscious I was. And then when I see this holiday season, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I sit here with almost 8 pounds to lose to get back to where I was before the holidays hit. So that tells me I got a lot more relaxed this year than I was my first year. And relaxing and more confidence only showed how easily it is to go right back to where you started. Because it was that confidence that made me take an extra cookie here, Christmas cookie, or a little bit more dessert there, whatever it was. It was that confidence that, oh, I put my work in. I earned those fit points just for this. And yes, you're right. I did do it for that purpose. And I tracked the stuff that I ate. Now, I mean, who knows how accurate I tracked it. But I did put the most important things I have saved as a recipe, like my favorite cookies and stuff. I had saved as a recipe, so I do know the point values of those cookies. But it's still a lot more sweets than I'm normally eating. Everything is off, And because of my body's sensitivity to salt, the amount of water weight I've gained in these, so between Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and not sure what's in store for me New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at this point, and then my birthday right after it. But I know I got to come out of this for sure. Right now, I'm down 102.8. I better still be over 100 at the end of all this. I'm not letting go of the 100 milestone. So I'm going to be a lot more cautious come New Year's of my choices. Now, for all you newcomers, maybe you have a New Year's resolution and a dream right now. And you're sitting here and you're listening to me and you're saying, yeah, I could do this. If he can do it, I can do it. And that is absolutely true. But let me help you understand one thing. None of these things you're trying to do to better your life come without a price. Everything has a price. And you need to decide once and for all, are you going to do what is required? Actually put in the work this time and stop looking for excuses for the reasons why things don't go right and start looking for solutions to the real problem. What is the real problem? The real problem is the thing that puts you in this position in the first place. And guess what? It's not your eating habit. It's not your exercise routine. It's not tracking, measuring, and weighing the food. It's none of those things. It's what you're medicating. The things that have happened in your life that you are choosing to medicate with this particular item being food, that's what you have to deal with. That's the real battle. That's the war you need to win once and for all. Once and for all. Beat this thing that has been holding you back your entire life. You are like a drowning man. You're under the water and you're trying to swim to the surface while you're holding onto the anchor that keeps you underwater. Break the chain. Break it once and for all, whatever it is. If you don't know what it is, find what it is. Use this time to analyze your life. Find out what it is, because this food, the majority of these food problems and controlling your eating habits, they come from other things. You're medicating other problems with the food. The food is the medication It's not the symptom you're trying to treat. Treat the symptom. Go after the real problem. Fight the real war once and for all. And you know what? It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. But it's okay. Because at some point, it will be over. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all.